Assalamualaikum, my name is NURSYUHADAH binti AHMAD SUDERMAN, 13 DFP 19F2004.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Alia Natasha binti MUHAMAD. My metric number 13 DFP 19F2008. Today we are going to present about coronavirus detection apps for immigration officer. These are the pre-requirements. It is divided by two categories, which is hardware and software. For hardware, we need to have second generation Intel Core or the latest one, or AMD CPU with support for a Windows hypervisor. 8GB of available disk space minimum for IDE, Android SDK and Android emulator. 1280 multiple 800 minimum screen resolution. 4GB RAM minimum, 8GB RAM recommended. For software, we need to have 64-bit Windows 8 or Windows 10.
Now I am going to talk about requirement. These are the requirements for installation of mobile application through steps. This requirement is divided by two categories. So first is software. These are the software that we need to develop coronavirus detection apps for immigration officer. Okay, so first we need Android Studio 2020.3.1 latest version, JDK 17 the latest version, Android SDK tools, Intel 86 emulator accelerator or HASM installer version 7.5.6. Okay, so next categories we have sensors. There are 4 sensors that we will implement in our coronavirus detection apps for immigration officer. So first is temperature sensor. Temperature sensor is used to measure the degree of hotness and coldness. This sensor will detect your body and temperature. Second, electrocardiogram sensor or ECG. This electrocardiogram sensor records the electrical signals in your heart. It's a common and painless test used to quickly detect heart problems and monitor your heart health. For the third sensor is blood oxygen sensor. Blood oxygen sensor is used to measure the oxygen level of your blood on demand directly from your fingertip. Okay. For the last sensor that implement in our coronavirus detection apps is GPS navigator. GPS is a radio navigation system. It uses to waves between satellites and a receiver inside your phone to provide location and time information to any software that needs to use it. Your phone's GPS receiver uses the data from these signals to triangulate where you are and what time is it. For example, one of the officers is positive COVID-19, there will be a pop-up notification to inform you of the location for the quarantine section that is near you. So now I will talk about steps for installation JDK tools. So step first, go to any browser and search Oracle download, then click the link. Step 2, scroll until you found Java, then click Java JDK for developers. Step 3, choose the latest version of JDK, which is JDK 17, and click 64 installer for Windows OS. Step 4. After click 64 installer for Windows OS, then click Save. Step 5. Click Next. Step 6. Just proceed with the progress until completed the installation. Step 7. After completed the installation, the Java folder is already in your disk drive. Step 8. Search environment variables and click Open. Step 9. Click on environment variable. Step 10. Double click on path, then click New. Step 11. Go to C/program file /java/jdk17/bin. It depends on which disk drive that you save the JDK. Then copy. Step 12. Paste it, then click OK. Step 13, or the last step for the installation of JDK tools, is go to your command prompt cmd, then type java-version. It will show your version JDK that already installed in the system.
Step 1, you have to go to developer.android.com/studio to install the latest Android Studio. Step 2, after you have finished downloading the installer file, double-click the file to continue the installation process. Step 3, after you see Android Studio Setup dialog box, click Next, then keep the default setting and click Install until the installer presents the completing Android Studio Setup panel. Step 4, once the installation is complete, click Finish. Step 5, once Finish is clicked, it will ask whether the previous setting need to be imported or not. It is better to choose the Don't Import Setting option. Step 6, after it has found the SDK component, it will redirect to the Welcome dialog box. Step 7, click Next and the wizard is invited to select an installation type. Keep the default standard setting. Step 8, choose a user interface UI theme. Step 9, Android Studio will provide the opportunity to verify setting. Click Finish. Step 10, Android Studio began the process of downloading SDK component. Click Finish after complete the wizard. Step 11, click Start a new Android Studio project. Android Studio will respond with the Create New Project dialog box. Step 12, choose a template for the app's main activity. Stick with empty activity, then click Next. Step 13, select your target device. Keep the default setting, then click Finish. Step 14, component installer will appear to download some files related to its constraint layout, which is used to build responsive user interface. Android Studio enable Finish after downloading the constraint layout files. Step 15, click Tools, SDK Manager, Android SDK, and tick which SDK platform and tools that you need. Click Apply and OK. Step 16, click AVD Manager, then choose your Android emulator. Then click Play button. If the Android emulator pop up in your screen, that means you have completely installed the Android Studio. The screen size, we choose 5.5-inch screen size since it is the ideal size for mobile apps. High resolution and high pixel density display because of the large screen. Comfortable to hold the device even with the larger screen. Typing will become more accurate and easier. For orientation, we choose portrait orientation because most apps are normally portrait and our coronavirus detection apps is suitable for portrait mode only. Clear vertical view and easiness image of a screen, and because of the portrait orientation, user can easily use the app with only one hand.
So for our mobile apps application Android version, we choose Android 6.0 Marshmallow because it is offer a fingerprint scanner to be used with our sensors. This Android version also has longer battery life with the new smarter power saving features, which is perfect for our coronavirus detection apps for immigration officer, since it takes quite a lot of battery to use the app. This Android Marshmallow is still functioning and relevant to use even though there are many versions of Android, and there are the latest version of Android, which is Android 11. This application will run on approximately 84.9% of the device.